Hello and welcome. In my series of videos about facing regulatory inspection, in this specific video I will be talking about how to present a document to an inspector. So in an inspection there are a lot of documents which are required to be presented to an inspector. It may be during the site round and it may be during the audit in the audit room or the boardroom where the inspectors are sitting and we are required to present documents. There are a lot of documents which are required to be present during an audit, which includes site master files, validation master plan, protocols, SOPs, batch manufacturing records, batch packing records, QMS document which includes deviations, change control, CAPA, etc. Apart from that, lot many engineering document which includes layouts, area layout, facility layout, HVAC layout, man material movement layout, then calibration records. So there are endless list of documents which are usually required to be present in an inspection. So in this specific session we will be looking at how we can present a document during an audit in an audit room. So when you are called to present a document to an inspector in inspection, you must be aware that what document you are going to present. For example, we have 4 or 5 documents like this. Then you must know what is the document, what is written inside the document. If it is an SOP for an equipment, you must know where the operation part is written, where the alarm handling part is written, where the listing of alarms, where the content, how to attend a breakdown or how to proceed when there is a breakdown in an equipment. So in SOP this sort of questions may be asked during an audit, so you must be aware. And before going to an auditor, if you have a chance, then look at the document, what is inside the document. If it is your daily use document, then you must know that which section is on what approximate page. So it should not happen that you are sitting with an auditor in your finding, you are flipping page and looking that where is the required section. It should not happen. It gives a negative impression to an inspector that you are not knowing what is in the document or what contents are there in the document and what specific section. Because you are daily referring that document, it is expected that you should be able to present a specific point without any delay. That is one. Secondly, when you are sitting with an auditor and presenting a document, then how you should present? First, you should introduce yourself. You should tell your name, your designation, your area of work, and then you can start with document explanation. If it is a too big document, like if it is a too heavy document like this, then you can ask, may I facilitate for the document review? May I show you the section where the contents are? If inspector says yes, then you can start guiding to the document that this is my index, these are my contents, this is first section which includes this part or introduction objective. Then second section is about how to perform the activity. Third section is how to handle the alarms. Fourth section is how to handle the breakdowns. That way you can facilitate. Some inspectors likes to go through the document by their own. In that case, you should give the document to an auditor and sit besides him and wait for any questions. If there are no questions, good idea or good. If there is a question, then first understand the question. I have talked in my previous videos how to answer a question to an inspector. So first understand the question, think on it and then give the answer. And give the to the point answer, no more, no less. Additional information may lead to additional questions which we are not willing in an inspection scenario. Secondly, how you should speak when you are presenting a document to an inspector. So your voice should be loud enough that person sitting next to an inspector. So usually what happens in inspection, in audit room, you will be sitting with an auditor the escort or the senior personnel will be sitting next to the inspector. So it is utmost important that your voice should be loud enough so that inspector can hear you. Loud enough, and you don't speak too quickly, otherwise they will not get your answer, and if you speak too slowly then they will not be able to hear you. So this is the most important part, that your voice should be loud and clear so that inspector can understand, the senior personnel in the audit room can understand the question. When presenting a complex system, for example, freeze drying principle is very complex. If you have HVAC system which is very complex, water system is complex system, then instead of simply a written theoretical document, it is better you prepare a process flow chart, how that system works, and bring that process flow, and through that process flow explain that how the questions, how you can explain it. It will be easy for you, and it will be easy for the inspector to understand the complex system. Although we are ready all the time how to present a document when we know there is inspection is going on, but there are certain scenarios where a document is asked surprisingly and urgently, and you don't have much chance to go through the document. So what you can do, take 2 or 3 minutes and just go through it, because it is your regular usage document. You must be aware what are the content, but simply going through the document before you go to the inspector, then you will have certain idea that what is the document, what is written inside, and you will get background history. For example, many times it happens when we have to present a specific deviation. So deviation of last year, you might have written, investigated at that time, but presently you may not be aware the each and every content of the deviation. So what you can do, before going to the inspector, take 2 minutes break. It is okay to take 2 minutes break before going to the inspector. Go through it, so you will have the idea that yes, this was this specific deviation where we have done this activity, this was the root cause, and this was the kappa. So it will be easy for you before going to the inspector. Otherwise, if you go unprepared even in an urgent situation, it will be difficult that you may not be able to answer all the questions, and it may give negative impression to the inspector that you are not prepared, you are not knowing your documents. So these are few important tips. In my next video, I will be talking about how to behave in an inspection when you are in an audit room. Thank you.